So today I'm going to be showing you how I made this wisteria floral arch. The arch that I have is 6.5 feet in diameter, and I got one that has a square thing at the bottom to hold it up. It's supposedly supposed to be more stable, but I've never had any other kind of arch. This is like the first arch I've ever bought before, but it does seem pretty stable, so. I was originally looking on Facebook Marketplace, but everyone that was selling them, they were either not selling them at all and they were just renting them out for like 40 bucks, or they were selling them for like 60 plus. I didn't want to buy a cheap one and have it not be good, because I found this one on Walmart. From what I was seeing, Walmart had the best reviews and the best prices because this was on sale. I think it was originally like 50 or 60 something, but I bought it on sale for 27. So seemed like a really good deal for me because everyone else was renting theirs out for like 40 per day. So just seemed a bit ridiculous. I did a lot of research on whether I should use floral foam, a pool noodle, or zip ties to put all this up. I was wanting to do a pool noodle, but they are ridiculously expensive. And I know you can get some at the dollar store, but they don't have any in the dollar store near me. And if you want to buy them online at the dollar store, you have to buy them in bulk. And I was like, I don't need like 70 pool noodles. So I decided to just do zip ties. I personally would recommend using zip ties just because I found it to be super, super easy. I bought 2 packs of these. They come with 100 each. I barely used like half of one bag. So if you're wanting to copy this sort of look, I think 100 would be plenty and you don't even need that much. These were kind of expensive at Walmart. They were a lot cheaper on Amazon, and I think they also sell them at the dollar store. Because the arch was only like $27, I was gonna have to pay 7 or 8 bucks in shipping. So instead of doing that, I just bought 2 packs of zip ties at Walmart because it still in the end saved me money since I was gonna have to pay for shipping. Shipping was super fast. I think I ordered it on a Sunday and I got it that next Wednesday. So super quick shipping. I got most of my florals from Facebook Marketplace. My advice would be, if you're buying online, make sure that there are reviews and you can see what they look like and what people are saying. But if not, seeing them in person and buying them is always the best because then you can see it and like you know what they look like. So I bought these from a lady off of Facebook Marketplace. I think I got 7 bunches. I paid like $30 or $40, which is really good for that much wisteria. The lady had 2 different kinds and I just bought all of them. So the first kind was this one. I thought they looked really pretty. They didn't look cheap, they looked great. And there were some bits in the bunch that were longer, bits that were shorter, so I liked that. The second one that I bought from her were these ones. They did look really cheap and they didn't have variety in lengths, but I thought it would still be good to use more in the back and I could cover it up with the nicer looking ones. I'm gonna show you the order that I set all the bunches up in. So I'm gonna call this one number 1 and I'm gonna call the cheaper looking one number 2. After I got my arch, I realized that I needed a lot more wisteria. So I went to Michael's because they were having a discount. Usually there's always some sort of discount going on, so I would recommend buying them when there is a discount. If there's not, then just wait. So from Michael's, I got these ones. I'm gonna call this one number 3. These ones were so pretty. They were kind of a darker toned white, which I thought was gorgeous. And then I bought all the bunches that they had of this other one, and I'm gonna call this one number 4. These ones had less in the bunch, but they were a lot longer. So I thought that would give a nice variety to the lengths. I came home, I laid out all of the stuff that I had. I wanted to kind of mix up having shorter ones here, longer ones here. So these are the bunches that I used on the left side, and I ordered it 2, 2, 4, 3, 4. And then for the center, I had 1, 1, and 1. And then for the right side of the arch, I had 4, 1, 4, 3, 2. So just working with what I had, I thought that this layout was the best. Then I started placing them on the arch so that I could make sure I liked how it looked, not just laying on the ground, but actually like on the arch. So I put up the ones on the right side first, and then the center ones. Now I'm putting up the ones on the left. I liked the way that it looked on the arch, but obviously I didn't want these stems sticking out the back, so I folded the stems back and then spaced out the wisteria to what I thought looked nice, and then I started to zip tie them to the arch. This is the entire setup all together, so from left to right I had 2, 2, 4, 3, 4. In the center I had 1, 1, 1, and then on the right I had 4, 1, 4, 3, 2. Now obviously you don't have to like do this exact same order, but I did just want to show you exactly what I did with the wisteria that I had. So I finished the center and the right side, and this is what it's looking like so far. And then I just started finishing up the stuff on the left.
When I got to the left side, I started realizing that some of the bunches were a bit bulky, so I cut off some of the stems and I ended up putting them back on in different spots later. After I finished zip tying all the wisteria, I just went back through and cut off some more stems that I felt were a bit too bulky. My fiance was super sick, so he was actually laying on the couch this entire time, but I needed some help with the top ones because they were just too high and I just honestly wasn't strong enough to keep cutting them.
Yeah, just this one.
I didn't realize until after I had finished making the arch that I didn't film myself putting these strands back on, but I just went back through and placed them individually where I thought they looked good.
And I actually had quite a bit left over, so I took some of the ones that looked a bit cheaper and I tried to fill them in on the sides or the back where you wouldn't really see them. And then I took the nicer ones and I placed them more up front. And again, just zip tied that all together, and then I did the greens. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do greenery, if I wanted just to have the wisteria, but I love how it turned out. So I bought all the greens from Facebook Marketplace. I actually have a ton left over, so I'm considering making another arch to put behind like our cake stand and like a smaller one. But these are the ones that I have. I bought this from a girl who had just gotten married and then she came home from her honeymoon, put all this up on Facebook Marketplace. And the moment I saw it, I messaged her and I was like, can I come pick this up today? I bought all of this for around 60 bucks, which is really good for the amount that I got because I got like boxes full of these. The first one that I used were these. It's all wire, so you can bend it. I think what the girl did for her reception was well, you can see she bent the ends, but she put it together like this. And I think she just had it lay flat as like a centerpiece for her tables. But yeah, it's just like a long piece with these little stems that come out that you can move. So I pushed all of the stems to one side so that it was just flat on the top, like this. And then I took another one and did the same exact thing. And then I took the flat sides together and just lined it up like this. And that is what I put on top of the arch. I did like one set right here and then one set right here. So I only used 4 of these for this, which is kind of crazy. And that's why I have so many left over.
So I know sometimes it can be easier to see it being done than just explained. So this is me actually doing it. So I put the first one on with the leaves going up. And then I placed the second one with the leaves going down. And then again, same exact thing on the other side.
And then the second type of greenery that I have are these eucalyptus stems. I used 4 of these for each side and I just placed them like this. Like I started down here and I went 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and then I did the same on the other side.
So like I just said, I had 4 of these. On the left side, they were all facing to the left, and on the right side, they were all facing to the right.
I tried to use this one to cover up the center open bits because the other greenery like fanned out up this way. So there was like an opening here. So this eucalyptus really, I feel like made it look a lot more full and it covered up all that. And then afterwards you can go through and like adjust, move things because all of it is made with wire. So if you move it, it'll just stay where you put it. And then I went through, tightened some of the zip ties that were a bit loose and then cut off the end bits. Another thing that I had were these 6-foot eucalyptus vines. I was considering using these for like the rest of the arch here just to cover that up like this. I think it would look fine if I were to do that, but I kind of like the way that this looks where there's nothing distracting like going on over here and it's just, this is the main focus and then I'm gonna have our table and put some flowers in front of that.
I feel like I used a lot less wisteria and greenery compared to a lot of other people who I've seen make floral arches on like YouTube and stuff. So obviously you can add more if you want it to look more full. I personally am just really happy with the way mine looks right now. My wedding is a month away, so I might change my mind, I might add more, I might not, but I am just really happy with the way that this turned out. I wish I had photos to show you of the arch at my actual wedding, but like I said, my wedding's in a month, so I'll be putting up photos after the wedding so that you can see what it looked like all put together.
So that is how I made this floral arch. I'm actually DIYing like my whole wedding, so I will be putting out some more videos soon of other DIY projects that I'm doing. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah!